So today we're going to make a creamy hamburger noodle casserole. This is some ground beef that I ground myself, pepper, cheddar cheese, scallions, which I've chopped into the green parts and the white parts, about 2 8-ounce cups of tomato sauce, half a cup of bulgur, a teaspoon and a half of canola oil, half a cup of water, a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, 3 cloves of garlic, a cup of cottage cheese, a cup of sour cream, and we're going to use about half of this 12-ounce bag of ribbon noodles. I already have the water boiling for those on the stove so that it'll be ready when we're ready to take on that part, and the cast iron pan is heating right now. First, we sprayed a 2-quart baking dish, which if you're not sure of the size of that, think of smaller than a brownie pan, or smaller than a cake pan, slightly larger than a brownie pan, but in an oval shape, which would be a traditional casserole dish. So our cast iron is on medium-high right now. We're going to add this ground beef and we're going to cook it for about 5 minutes. Break it up with a wooden spoon. Remove the beef to a paper towel lined plate. We're going to reduce the heat to medium-low and then add the 1.5 tablespoons of canola oil. Add garlic, our scallion whites, and our bulgur. And we're going to want to cook this for another 3 to 5 minutes, maybe more like 5 to 7 minutes. Our bulgur and scallions are looking pretty toasty, so we're going to add back the tomato sauce and beef, along with this half cup of water. Bring that all up to a simmer. So once your water's boiling, you're going to add about half of this package of the egg noodles. And this particular package needs to cook for about 8 to 10 minutes, which is as much time as we're simmering the sauce for, so that'll work out. Puree cottage cheese in a food processor until smooth, and then we're going to remove this and add sour cream. If you notice, this is like a ricotta cheese consistency now, and you probably could use ricotta as a substitute if you didn't have sour cream or cottage cheese. You're going to add pepper and about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then your reserved scallion greens. Mix all that together. You're going to drain your noodles and then take the sauce off the heat. It should be pretty thick, but in the cast iron it also shouldn't have burned. You could always add more water, and then you're all set. First, you're going to spread about half the noodles on the bottom of this greased pan. Top this with half of the cottage cheese mix and half of the meat sauce. Repeat these layers one more time. Now that you've repeated the layers, top this with cheddar cheese.